Hello everybody, this is Mr. Rob and welcome back to another episode of the South Carolina Gamecocks Dynasty here on EA Sports College Football 25, and today the regular season will end with the annual Palmetto Series. We head back to Clemson to face our 8th ranked rivals in the Clemson Tigers, a team we have not defeated in this series. We've lost 3 straight to the Tigers. We're looking to snap that here today as we are underway here in a rivalry week. It will be Clemson starting off with the football. And like I said, 3 straight losses. Last year was 39-33. The year before that it was 55-13. The year before that it was 16-7. So we're looking to hopefully get a victory over our rivals. It beat the Tigers on offense first. And on the first play, a great pass from Christopher Vezina, who's now the quarterback for Clemson, and he's put together a really solid season. He is in Heisman Trophy watch thanks to his last 4 games where he's thrown 15 touchdown passes. Next play, he gets a 7-yard connection out wide and then hands it off to the halfback. Clemson is very much a pass-heavy team, but you will see some of these backs get involved. After a nice stop from Cam Robinson, is 3rd and 1, and again a stiff arm in the backfield, but he's not going to get there. David Ezumunui is off the tackle. That's a 3 and out for the Tigers. And we're going to look at the South Carolina offense, led, of course, by Nick Harbert, receiver, and Dante Reno, who played the game of his life last week to upset number 2, Tennessee. They go play fake on first down. It's not going to work. Jamal Anderson up the middle, the impact linebacker, with a sack of 6. Now 2nd is 16. Reno wants to screen for McReynolds. He'll get it. Gets 1 block, and McReynolds will turn it up to a gain of 13. Makes it a much more manageable 3rd and 3. As this place is rocking in Death Valley. Reno to throw, steps up, he gets it as he throws incomplete, and both teams go 3 and out. Next drive for the Clemson Tigers is 2nd and 10, as Vezina will roll to his right, and he'll roll right into a sack. That's Conway who brings him down. That's back-to-back weeks with sacks for him. And now 3rd and 16 for the Tigers. They go empty. Vezina all time to throw, launches one down the middle, and is caught. First down, Tigers, a nice connection to the Gamecock 38, and they'll go hurry up off the big play, but it doesn't work because Caden Curry is blowing up backfields like he's done all season. Now 3rd and 10, Vezina in the pocket, steps up, and he's going to tuck it and run it himself, and nobody's home. Vezina with a huge run of 24, and he gets down to the 14. 2 big 3rd down conversions in a row for Clemson, and now in the red zone, there's a dump-off pass, and it's a gain of 7. 2nd and 3 now. 2 halfbacks in as Vezina's going to keep it himself up the middle. And he's going to dive over Robinson into the end zone for a touchdown. What a drive from Christopher Vezina as he gets the Tigers on the board first. It's 7-0. Gamecocks will look to answer at their own 37. Here's a halfback carry to Sam Ika, who gains 9 up the middle. McReynolds checks back in on 2nd and 1. He'll get the carry, but he's not going anywhere. Jerome Green, brings him down. Wrong Green. 3rd and 1, they go to McReynolds again, and he gets it. So that'll keep the chains moving. As it's been a slow, methodical offense so far here for South Carolina. 1st and 10, and this play will not count. A nice spin move by McReynolds will be voided, though, thanks to the holding call on Josiah Thompson, who's already had his hands full in this game. So he'll back up the Gamecock offense. Now it's 2nd and 10 after getting those yardage back. They fake the toss. They give it to McReynolds up the middle, and McReynolds is going to pick up a first down. Nice running by the impact halfback. 4 carries, 13 yards for him so far. Now the Gamecocks in plus territory. Big blitz from Clemson. It's picked up and out wide. There's a nice throw to Tyshawn Russell. He gets down to the 27. And again, they'll go back to the ground on 1st and 10. That's the 5th carry for McReynolds. Gains 5. Ika checks back in on this play. It's a pass, and Reno immediately to his right, feeling the pressure, and he just throws this one in the ground. Lived to fight another day, and now it's 3rd and 5. Reno in the gun by himself. Looks across the middle, and he hits it off his lineman, so that'll be a 4th down. And the Gamecocks will bring out the field goal team, 39 yards from dead center. As Mason Love with the kick, and he'll pull it left. No good as Mason Love misses the kick, and it stays 7-0, and that'll take us to the end of the first quarter where Clemson has the lead, and they have the football, and they've looked deadly, specifically in the passing game. There's been no answer for Christopher Vezina so far. He's got him down to the 13, begin the second quarter. It's a pass out wide. It's caught. And it's Tyler Brown who gets 6. Next play, they go to the halfback Roman Hemby, and Hemby's going to get down to the goal line. Inches shy his first carry, but his goal to go from the half-yard line. They stay in the gun. Hemby stays in. He gets the carry, but he's going to not go anywhere. Conway again in the backfield for the TFL, his third of the day. Second and goal from the 4. They hand it off to Hemby again, trying to get him the touchdown, and he can't get it. Maybe picks up 1, and now a big third and goal from the 3. Bazina back to the air, looks left side, and delivers a perfect strike. Caught for a touchdown. That's Tyler Brown with his 13th touchdown of the season. And Clemson leads 14-0. Gamecocks offense has to get going here. 1st and 10. Quick pass for Jason Beckett, who will catch it and gain 6. Now out in the gun. Reno, quick pass out to Beckett again. Got it. And Beckett with his first 2 grabs will pick up the first down. Now to the 41. Reno, delayed give to McReynolds up the middle. He meets a Clemson Tiger, but he gets pushed forward for a pickup of 7. And now it's 2nd and 3. Gamecocks burning a lot of clock on this drive, as McReynolds will not get the first down. He's marked inches shy. As on his 9th carry, he's got 44 yards, but just needs a half yard more here. And McReynolds will not get there. He's stuffed by TJ Parker. And then once again, the Gamecocks will bring out the field goal try. This one from 49. He just missed from a shorter one earlier. And this stadium is rocking. And Love's not even close. Way right on that push. He's missed the first 2 of the day. The Death Valley crowd getting to him. As now Clemson will look to respond. 6 minutes to go. And on the 40 of South Carolina, a perfect ball out wide. And Mazina's been almost perfect. He has 1 incompletion on the day. And he's been lights out. Next play, Vizina looks across the middle. He's got a man open. He's going to find the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson. They've been virtually unstoppable on offense. This time it's the 5-star TJ Moore with the touchdown. It's 21-0 as we head to the 2-minute warning. South Carolina trying to get points on the board. Here's a nice 5-yard catch from Tyson Russell. He's got 4 grabs already today. 2nd and 5, double A gap look. Clemson will break out of it. They'll throw it to Baguette, who can't hang on. And the hands continue to be a problem for the tight end. Now you got a 3rd and 5. Reno immediately sacked up the middle. Wanted Beckett, but I'm not sure what he was doing there. So we'll get 3, and that'll take us to the half, where Clemson has dominated this football game. 21-3 off the back of their quarterback, Christopher Bazina, who's had 1 incompletion up to this point. We're going to have to stop him if we want to get back in this game. As we will start off with the football. They'll come out to the 25 after the touchback, as they'll start again with the handoff to McReynolds. And he'll get a little bit of space. He's had some success today. That's already his 13th carry, 61 yards for the former South Alabama Jaguar. 2nd and 4, they want to pass out to Beckett, and it's smothered. Great play by the free safety Khalil Barnes for a loss of 2. And now 3rd and 6. Reno with a man in his face. He's going to be sacked. The right guard just got absolutely disregarded by Jerome Green. And that'll be a 3-and-out for South Carolina. Clemson starts off at their own 44 after a short punt from Montez, and they'll hand it off to Roman Hemby for a gain of 4. Now 2nd and 6, after bringing a man across the formation, they'll throw to that guy, as the tight end will pick up 2, and now you got a 3rd and 4. You have to get off the field here. Empty pocket. Vizina looks right side. He's got a man. It's caught. Of course it is. Vizina has 1 incompletion all game. 256 yards, 17 for 18. And Clemson just like that deep into South Carolina territory. Here's Hemby again, which Hemby has made history for Clemson. He was the first ever guy to transfer to Clemson from the University of Maryland. As Judge Collier with a nice loss of 3 on that bubble screen. And now you got 3rd and 5. Again, though, Clemson converts on 3rd down. A quick strike to Tyler Brown. And Clemson again goes in the red zone. From the 16, Vizina left side. Another tough hit and another tough catch. But they make it. And his goal to go for the Tigers. They hand it off to Hemby, and he'll find the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. The former Maryland Terrapin with his 8th carry of a touchdown this season. As Clemson extends their lead, now 28-3. And now South Carolina's backs are really against the wall. As the next drive will start off going backwards for a loss of 1. Now you face a big 3rd and 13. Reno, the 5-man rush, rolls to his right. He's going to run for it himself, but he's tracked down short by Darian Mayo. And Carolina will go 3-and-out. Clemson firmly in the driver's seat. As the next drive, there's a nice touch pass by Vizina, who's been absolutely perfect today. TJ Moore, 665 in a score. From the 45, Hemby is brought down. There's Cam Robinson, only his 2nd tackle of the day. He's been relatively quiet. Now 2nd and 10, stacked to the left, and they're going to hand it off. And Hemby, he loses the football, Oh, but it's picked up by Clemson. That was dodging a bullet. That was the Kennesaw State transfer, Donelius Johnson, who forced it. And now on 3rd and 12, Vizina, he's going to scramble himself. He's going to slide down 4 yards shy. And Clemson will bring out the field goal unit for a 56-yard try. This is Robert Gunn, who's only 75% on the season. That's from the right hash. The snap, the kick is up, and it's wide right. Comes up empty. That'll bring us to the end of the 3rd quarter, but it's 28-3 Clemson. This one almost out of reach from South Carolina. They're going to need to really turn up in the 4th quarter if they want to get back in this ballgame. At least they have the football right now, but it's 3rd and 6. Reno takes the snap. Another 5-man pressure. He looks across the middle, and it's a perfect strike to Jason Beckett, who will bumble down to the 26-yard line. Reno's looked good today, but when you compare him to Vizina's numbers, he hasn't even come close. New set of downs. Here's Tyshawn Russell with a nice underneath catch. Gain of 5 as Reno's just taking what he can get underneath on some of these passes. The smart play. You're down by 25. 2nd and 5 off the play fake. Reno with the clean pocket. Dumps it off for McReynolds. He'll just pick up a couple, and now you got another big 3rd down. 3rd and 3. Numbers on the right side. They're going to throw a screen out to Russell out there, and it works to perfection. And it's goal to go for the Gamecocks. A good chance to threaten here. There's 178 yards passing for Reno. First play looks right. He's got Beckett, but he drops it right off the hands. A big drop there. 2nd and goal. Back to the air again. Reno steps up. He tucks it himself, and he's going to find the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Reno gets on the board with a rushing touchdown. And it's now 28-10. But we got to stop the Clemson offense. They're coming this drive out in the I formation. It looks like they want to run pretty heavily with this 18-point lead as they gain 2. 2nd and 8 to Hemby, and it's going to be tackled by Curry, and there's actually a flag down. They're going to get a holding call, it looks like, against Clemson, and that will back them up. The culprit being Harris Sewell. Now 3rd and 14 in the pistol. It's a play fake. Vizina under some pressure wants the deep shot, and it is incomplete. Oh my gosh, an incompletion. It's only the 2nd of the day. Well, we forced the big punt. Now we're at about midfield. 1st and 10. Quick pass to Beckett. He will pick up 8 as Reno almost at the 200 mark. 2nd and 2. He's in the empty formation. Reno, they want the tight end screen, but Beckett doesn't get out there in time. He stays on his block a little too long, and Reno takes a hit. He's a little shaken up, it looks like. He's going to gut it out, though. And on 3rd and 11, the bootleg. Reno gets intercepted. Picked off across the middle, and you could just see on that throw, look at him right now, just some pain in the lower section. Got no power on that throw. Just holding his ribs, holding his lower thigh, hip area as he gets picked off. 3rd and 3, though, Clemson on that drive. Vizina clean pocket all day to throw. He eventually gets sacked by Curry. But Clemson will look to add 3 more after the interception, as this will set up a 46-yard field goal. Gunn missed his first. This one from right hash a little bit closer. As they let the clock wind down, the kick is up, and it is good. So Clemson will answer with 3. And it's 31-10 here in Death Valley as we reach the 2-minute warning. Reno staying in the game. He wants to toughen it out, as this could be the last game of the season for the Gamecocks, depending if they get to a bowl game. They should. But Reno connects with 7 to his tight end. Now 2nd and 3, trying to step up. He's going to pick up the 1st down. It takes more contact. It's a tough cookie back there. They hurry to the line, trying to get as many plays as they can as they get Reno outside the pocket again. He dumps it off short for Beckett, and this time he'll catch it. He'll pick up 1. He's got 9 receptions so far today, 72 yards. 2nd and 9. Reno back to the air. He wants the deep ball for Harbor, who's behind the defense, but he overthrows him. Had him in the back of the end zone. Instead, it's incomplete. 3rd and 9. Reno looks short for A.O. Maynard. He'll catch it, but he's a yard shy. There's no question here. The Gamecocks are going to go for it. 4th and 1. They hand it off to McReynolds, and he will not get there. And he actually fumbles the football for good measure. And that will be the dagger. Clemson will win this one 31-10 for the 4th straight season. The Gamecocks fall to their in-state rivals as Clemson improves to 9-3. We drop to 6-6, and they get their 77th win of the series. Just a tough loss. Now, one thing I will say is before this game, I did update my sliders. I used Matt 10 sliders, and he improved on an update for his sliders. And first game after the update, Vizina has 2 incompletions. One was on that deep ball you saw. The other one was a pass across the middle that I had to use the linebacker and actually hit stick the ball to force him to be incomplete. So, not sure if it's a slider thing or if it's just that Vizina is so good, but that's just something to keep an eye out for. I thought Reno played good. Yes, he got intercepted, but again, he took that necessary hit on the previous play. Paquette needed to get off his block, and he did not. And, well, it led to a domino effect. Defense did not play good. Obviously, they gave up, a ton of yards to Vizina. But we get some commits after this game, at least. A defensive end, Mike Graves from Roswell, Georgia. He's a run stopper predominantly. That is his forte. So we get to add even more to our defensive line. As everybody that we've recruited so far has been on the front seven or defense or the offensive line, which is interesting. And speaking of offensive line, we get another one. Right tackle Justice Owen from Irmo High School in Irmo, South Carolina. He is a pure pass protector. Don't expect him to be a run guy at all because that's not his game. But if you want a pass blocker, you got one here. Probably the one I'm most excited for, halfback Tobias Stout out of Duncan, South Carolina. He's a 3-star, but he's a gem. He is a elusive back standing at 5'9". He could be a McReynolds type of replacement. He's got some speed. He's got some maneuverable ability. And he's our first guy that we recruit that's not on the line. Here are your top stories. The Buckeyes, despite a down season, upset Michigan 31-21 behind Peoples' running ability. Auburn upsets Alabama in the Iron Bowl, so the number one team goes down. And rivalry week is proving to be a shakeup, including Georgia Tech defeating Georgia. So the three big teams go down. Here's a look at the scores. The Egg Bowl starts on Thursday as usual. Ole Miss wins that one. SMU gets ACC win over Cal. And Iowa wins the Heroes game against Nebraska in a low-scoring affair. North Carolina blanks the Wolfpack 42-0, and Central Michigan wins their rivalry against Eastern Michigan. UTEP gets a Mountain West victory. They could be in the Mountain West Championship game, mind you. And then Arkansas State over James Madison. Illinois knocks off Northwestern 48-17. We saw Ohio State beat Michigan. Big upset, the Buckeyes, down season, but they get that big win. FIU knocks off Western Kentucky. Bowling Green over Ball State in the MAC. Georgia Tech beats Georgia. Georgia is now not ranked. My college championship favorites have had a disappointing season. Virginia over Virginia Tech in the Commonwealth Clash. Tennessee takes care of their in-state rivals in Vanderbilt 33-7. Louisville ekes out Kentucky and they deny the Wildcats a bowl game. Ouch. Duke bounces back after 2 straight losses by beating Boston College. Stanford knocks off Wake Forest. Arkansas gets their rivalry victory over Missouri, and the Razorbacks are now in the rankings. App State over Georgia Southern. And then we see Texas A&M get a big win over LSU. They won't go bowling, but a good way to end their year. Coastal knocks off Georgia State. The other Gamecocks get a victory over New Mexico State. Houston, well, actually, before I get there, San Diego State takes care of Fresno State, and then Houston takes care of Cincinnati. Miami destroys Syracuse 62-28. BYU over Baylor by 2 touchdowns. Utah drops at home to West Virginia. Big upset win for the Mountaineers. And Oregon State, the team to beat in the Pac-12, destroys Colorado State. The other Colorado beats Oklahoma 45-13. Wisconsin takes care of Minnesota. That's an upset win. Minnesota was threatening a playoff berth. Nevada over UNLV in a close one. MAC action is a low-scoring affair, 10-9 for Miami, Ohio. Navy gets 2 straight wins. They beat North Texas. And then Oklahoma destroys Tulsa in a random game towards the end of the year. Michigan State in a low-scoring battle over Rutgers. Troy beats the Warhawks. Central Florida loses to the number 1 team now, Iowa State. The Cyclones are at number 1. What a world we live in 2026. Penn State over touchdown over Maryland. Texas Tech now up to 4 with a victory over TCU. Memphis blanks Rice in the AAC, as well as Tulane knocking off Charlotte. It's a big loss because the 49ers were one of the teams who could be a group of 5 team. Not anymore. Akron beats Buffalo. Marshall with a 1-point win over Louisiana. Oregon blanks UCLA. The Ducks back to 2. In the Sunflower Showdown, Kansas State beats Kansas. And in the Iron Bowl, we saw Alabama losing. UAB has a chance to make the playoff again. I wouldn't have thought it, but they have gotten up to number 11 now with a victory over South Florida. Hawaii over UMass, and we just saw Texas State over Southern Miss. USC wins the rivalry battle against Notre Dame by a field goal. Army in the rankings now. 17-point win against ECU. We won't talk about our game. Purdue beats Indiana. Florida over Florida State 31-10. South Alabama beats ODU. And then Arizona State over Arizona. Here are your national players of the week. Davion Jenkins had a pick, 2 forced fumble, and 4 fumble recoveries. That's an insane stat line. Jackson Arnold and Amarius Williams are your SEC players of the week. As we get some more commits, because we'll sim the week is Army-Navy week. We get 3-star defensive end Matthew Gum from Mableton, Georgia. He is a run stopper as well. That is his forte. That's kind of the route we went with. He's got 85 block shed and 85 strength, so he'll be on early downs if he plays. We get a 3-star defensive end, George Reynoso. He's been at a JUCO college out in Miami, Florida. He's also a run stopper. I'm not as high on him as some of the other guys that we've gotten the past couple of weeks, like Gunn and Graves, but he could be some good depth. And then we also get a 3-star defensive end in Donald Roach. So improving the defensive line. We've recruited an insane amount of defensive linemen. He is also a run stopper from Douglasville, Georgia, but he's probably the worst of this bunch with 78 block shedding. So he might not take the field until he's an upperclassman. And then we get Brian Wilbur as well, a defensive end from Dillon, South Carolina. Yes, I don't know why I improved all these defensive ends, but they wanted to come here, so we gave him a look. He is a power rusher. He's a bust of a gym, though, 77 power move, so we'll see how he fits in. It is Army-Navy week. Navy does fall to Army, 21-10. The Army gets the bragging rights. And here's a look at the college rankings going into championship week. Iowa State at 1, Oregon 2, Miami 3, and Texas Tech rounding out your top 4. But a lot of parity this year. You see a lot of 2-3 loss teams. There's been not a single team that doesn't have like 1 loss or less. It has been an insane year in college football. It's going to lead to an exciting home stretch. Here's a look at the bracket currently as it stands. Miami University, I'm not sure why they're in. They're already 5. Well, because UAB is technically not a conference champion. The Redhawks need UAB to lose if they want to get in. But this could look a lot different because it is championship week. We got some good ones to look at. On Friday, we'll start with the Conference USA, Western Kentucky, and Jacksonville State, as well as the Pac-12 getting their championship game back. It looks like they'll be playing in Las Vegas, Oregon State versus San Diego State in that one. And then we'll see the MAC Championship, Miami, Ohio over Akron in Ford Field. Big 12, Texas Tech, Houston. That's a big game. The Cougars could get in. Coastal Carolina versus Louisiana Monroe in the Sun Belt Championship game. The SEC, it'll be Texas and Tennessee. 2 orange powerhouses going at it in Atlanta. Charlotte looks to bounce back against Memphis. They have no chance to really make the playoff, but the Tigers do. And then UTEP over New Mexico. The Miners make the championship game their first season in that conference. The Big Ten, it'll be Purdue representing against Oregon, and the big one in the ACC, Clemson in Miami at night. But that'll bring us to the end of this one. We'll go through championship week next week and see what bowl game we make. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure you drop a like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more franchise content. This is Mr. Rob, and I'll see you next one.